Hey guys, welcome back to New York Comic Con on Newsarama.com. I'm Justin Tyler.
Pete LePage.
Rick Marshall.
And we're here with Mr. Grant Morrison. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Hovering over the con. If you guys have any questions for Grant, hit us on Twitter at hashtag Ramacon, R-A-M-A-C-O-N.
So let's start it off with Annihilator. Tell us about Annihilator. Give us kind of the pitch and what it's about.
It's a big science fiction story. You know, I haven't done anything like that since The Filth, I think. So it's about a screenwriter in Hollywood who has been assigned to write this big tentpole movie, but he's a Tom Sizemore character, you know. He's on the decline, and he makes a lot of sex tapes and does a lot of stuff like that. So this guy he's down on his luck, and he thinks this is my big chance to do this big movie. And suddenly he gets a call, the FBI get in touch and say there's a man's just walked out of the Tevatron. We did this special experiment. We created a black hole for a millionth of a second, and there's a man standing in the tube, and he wants to see you. Why would he want to see you? So they show our lead guy the picture, and he goes, well, this is the lead character in my new screenplay. Wow. So that's kind of where it starts off from there, and then he discovers that he has a brain tumour in his head. But the brain tumour, according to this guy that he seems to have conjured up out of fiction, is not a brain tumour, it's a package of information. So our character, Max Nomax, is this super rebel, kind of the ultimate, you know, he's Batman meets Heathcliff, meets Dracula, meets Byron, you know.
That's a crazy range.
Yeah. So he's that dude, you know, he's the
that guy.
He's the ultimate man in black.
Yeah.
And he suddenly appeared and he says, well, no, I don't have any memory, but I just defeated my ultimate enemy, and the only way I'm going to find out is to get that information out of your head, which is in there in the form of a brain tumour. So if you don't write down this story and get it right, you die, and so does the entire universe. Whoa. So it's kind of like taking the idea of the deadline that we've all been under, you know, and expanding it to cosmic dimensions, and if you don't hit this deadline, everyone dies.
It's a pretty straightforward story, you know.
Pretty much. I think we can all identify with it if we've ever had a deadline. So and that's what
definitely.
It's about.
Sounds pretty personal. I mean, you've been living in LA a lot lately, and perhaps under some deadlines.
Well, you know, I mean, the life of a writer is always about deadlines, and yeah, I've been doing stuff in LA for the last 10 years. You know, I've written a bunch of movies which I got paid for, but have still never been produced. So I'm I kind of get the scene now, and I wanted to do a story about Hollywood, because I think every writer who's been passed through the guts of Hollywood has a tale to tell. So it was that, you know, the notion of talking about that place and the kind of underbelly of it, you know, the Jim Morrison, the kind of Anton LaVey satanic side of Los Angeles. So we've got a lot of that stuff in there as well, and it's I mean, it's 6 issues, 32 pages, big old science fiction story, kind of end of the universe, and I hope everyone likes it.
Well, you said you've been out in LA working on some movie stuff.
Yeah.
I think Sinatoro a while back. Is there any updates on Sinatoro?
Yeah, I mean, that one's still, the guys that were going to do it kind of pulled out, and we've been talking to other people about that. So yeah, I mean, it's still happening.
It's a fantastic concept.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good story. I'm just back on the script again, but I had like 2 years working with Barry Sonnenfeld on the Dinosaurs movie. So we kind of just finished that screenplay, which ended up as a fantastic experience. But yeah, so Sinatra's the one after that, and see what happens next.
And you're working with Guillermo del Toro.
Not really, no.
No?
Who told you that?
I don't know. Rumors are flying.
They're pairing you guys up for everything.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it always
they should,
seems...
I mean, I've known Guillermo for a long time, and we've talked about doing stuff in the past, but no, there's actually no plans right now. I think it's maybe just because both of us are at Legendary right now.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's talk comics. You're doing a ton of stuff for DC, obviously, and then you just had Happy come out.
Sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
which was amazing.
no,
Congratulations.
thanks a lot. I mean, but again, it was that and an Annihilator of ideas I've had for a couple of years, and finally getting a chance to do them, because, I mean, as you guys know, I've been working on Batman and Superman for pretty exclusively for a couple of years. So the idea was just I've been stockpiling a bunch of new creator stuff, and these are the first 2 that are starting to get rolled out. So yeah, I mean, Happy's 4 issues. The RZA just called up and said he was interested in doing the movie version of it, so I'm all for that. You know?
So you got a cold call from the RZA.
Yeah, pretty much. He sends around these ninjas, you know, and very gently says, "Would you be interested in a collaboration?" You know, so
And you say yes.
Absolutely.
Can't say no to that.
So yeah, it seems like since you're writing the big kind of Batman, Superman, that Happy is such a kind of fun escape for you, and it really comes through in the reading. is it kind of like a writer's break for, you know, like the main superhero stuff a little bit, where you get to do fun stuff that you can't
sure.
do?
I mean, and for me especially, you know, when you're writing Superman and Batman, they're really good guys. You know, and for the last few years, I've enjoyed getting into the heads of these really good men and trying to figure out how does he feel. And my God, he loves us all. He's great. But in there, you know, I'm still a guy, a human being. And sometimes you get a lot of bile and hatred starts to build up behind all that good, nice guy stuff. And Happy was the outlet for that. You know, I just wanted to write a character who talks the way we talk in Scotland, where, you know, as I said to you guys, every breath is a swear word.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people I know from Jersey speak in the same kind of way. So it was really, the excitement for me was just getting to be able to put fuck in every second of the line, because, you know, Batman can't say that.